Greetings, Ian from RTO here. Hope you had a really good bank holiday weekend here in the UK. I spent the afternoon in one of the village pubs talking to people about music, and Lee did some tricks, so it was all good fun. So back to business today, and today we're going to just tidy up our Jeff Beck appreciation. We've done all these solo albums, but he has done some collaborations, and I thought they're worth having a look at. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got 4 albums that he collaborated with other people. I mean, he's guested on so many songs, but we'd be here till the next year doing them. So I'm going to do these 4. So coming in at number 4 was from last year, and it's called 18, and he done it with actor Johnny Depp, who thinks he's a pop star as well. So on here we've got Jeff Beck doing the lead guitars and bass and rhythm guitar and vocals are Johnny Depp. Drums are Vinnie Colhultra or Colhultra or something like that, and keyboards we've got Ben Thomas, Robert Adam Stevenson, James Pearson, and rhythm guitar again is bass Robert Edward Bradley. First track on here is called Moon Night Walker. This is the best track on the album. There's some great playing from Jeff. There's no sign of Johnny Depp anywhere near this. It's a wonderful track. It's very short, but it's an amazing piece of guitar work. Then we get Death and Resurrection Show. Boy, is this irritating. There's a drumming machine on it. The vocal from Johnny Depp is absolutely awful, but Jeff's guitar playing is okay. It's the only thing on the track that really says something. Time. Now this is one of the better tracks on the album. It's not brilliant, but what is nice, you've got some lovely piano on this, some great guitar work from Jeff, of course, and Johnny Depp singing flat as a pancake. Stick to the acting, Johnny. Keep away from microphones. And now we got a track, and so excuse my French, you know me, I don't like to swear much on this channel, and it's called Sad Motherfucking, and it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Then we get Don't Talk, and in brackets, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. This is featuring Olivia Safe on the voice. I like it because it's just nice. It's her singing, and it's Jeff Beck. It's great. This is a song for Miss Hedy Lamarr. Nice song, terrible singing because it's Johnny Depp. Caroline's next. Great guitar from Jeff Beck, like that. It's just a bit of virtuoso from Jeff Beck. Then we get Ooh Baby Baby. This is awful. It's gone from singing flat as a pancake to someone getting hold of a monkey wrench and twist it round the nethers of Johnny Depp. Best thing they can do, really. It's awful. What's going on? Jeff Beck's guitar playing on this is fantastic, but that's all I can say about it. Then we go to a cover version of Velvet Underground and Venus in Furs. Terrible version. Absolutely ruined this song. I don't even like Jeff Beck's guitar work on it. It's just a terrible version. Let It Be Me, again, pretty good Jeff, and then along comes Johnny Depp. And Stars, well, when I remember reviewing this, I remember saying this. On this, Johnny Depp makes Lee Malvin, who sang Wandering Star, singing like, makes him a superstar singer. It's terrible. And then we have a cover of Isolation by John Lennon. I like Jeff's guitar playing on it, but Johnny Depp is terrible. This is one of my favourite songs by John Lennon, and it was absolutely mullered by Johnny Depp. I don't like this album. I've got it because it's the last thing that Jeff Beck recorded, and that's the only reason I got it. I haven't played it since I reviewed it, and I knew this was going to be at the bottom. I don't want to play that. It's so sad this was the last thing. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3 is an instrumental album that is the soundtrack to Frankie's House that he did with Jed Leiber in 1992. And it was written for a soundtrack for an Australian mini-series of the same name about photojournalism during the Vietnam War. Never seen this. Tried to look it up on YouTube and there's nothing about it, because I was going to watch a bit to see if I can get into the music, but I couldn't. So this is just purely on listening to the album, which I'd never listened to, so this was interesting. So the first track on here is a thing called The Jungle. This is very short, but it's got some amazing guitar work from Jeff, and you get some little bit of keyboard in it. It's got that Oriental Far East sort of feel to it. It's really, really good. Then we get Requiem for the Bao Chai. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm sure there's something fast moving going on. The keyboard on this is really good. It's quite dramatic and moving. Very good. Then we get my favourite piece on here, and it's called High Heel Sneakers. It's just some great blues guitar work from Jeff. Absolutely brilliant. The slide guitar is absolutely dynamite. And the next track is called Thailand. Again, what can we say? Jeff is on fire. It's got some great riffs and little licks, only that Jeff could have come up with. A really good little strong track. Then Love and Death. Over the years we've heard Jeff do some great stuff on the guitar, and this is as good as anything. It really is good. He just makes that guitar sing. Then we get Cat House. This is a short little rock track that I'll tell you what it reminds me of. This sort of song sounds like it's come straight off one of Cozy Powell's solo albums. And more than thing Tilt, which Jeff Beck did some work on. Lots of wah-wah in it. It's great. In the Dark, more magical guitar work from Jeff. It's very short, but it's just lots of sound bites on the guitar. Sniper Patrol, there's not much guitar on this. It's more keyboard, but it's pretty good. Peace Island, the reverb on this makes the echo brilliant, especially under the headphones. White Mice, the effects of this are amazing. It's just little sound bites, and you got this sort of 60s instrumental, very Hank Marvin. Love the organ, second favourite track on this album. Then we get Tunnel Rat, very ambient, some nice guitar work again. Vin's Funeral, there's lots of strings, very moody, with some of the best guitar work on this album. Apocalypse, combination of nice keyboards and then some delicate guitars. Innocent Victim, again it's just rich guitars, some nice keyboards, one of the longer tracks and I quite like that. Then you just have a little bit more of Jungle Reprise and it's really good. Now, having never watched this series, it's hard to picture what's going on, but the playing on here from Jeff is pretty good, and for a soundtrack it's a pretty decent one. It's worth listening to because it's got some great bits of Jeff. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay then, coming in at number 2 is an album that was released in 1993. It's called Crazy Legs, and it's by Jeff Beck and the Big Time Playboys. The recording of this album is purely Gene Vincent songs that happen to be one of Jeff's favourite 50s artists, and this is considered to be a tribute to Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps. So on here we've got Jeff Beck playing the guitars, and the Big Town Playboys are Mike Chances on vocals and piano, Adrian Utley on guitar, Ian Jennings on upright bass and backing vocals, Clive Deemer on the backing vocals, and we've got Leo Green on tenor sax and Nick Lunt baritone sax, and backing vocals on Baby Blue is Tony Rivers. So all these are great Gene Vincent songs, and I will be doing a retro ranking on Gene Vincent. I think he's be up in probably July. So there's tracks that they cover on here. Race with the Devil, which is a classic from Gene. Cruising, Crazy Legs itself is brilliant, written by Jerry Reed, of course. Double Talking Baby, Woman in Love, Lot of Loving, Catman, which is brilliant, Pink Thunderbird, classic. Baby Blue, You Better Believe Me, Who Slapped John, Say Mama, Red Blue Jeans and a Ponytail, I love that. 5 Feet of Loving, great track again. Then Bye Bicky Bye, Boo Boo Go, love that track. Blue Stay Away From Me, excellent track. Pretty Bright, Pretty Baby. And the last track, one of my favourite tracks by Gene Vincent, Hold Me, Hug Me, Rock Me. If you like Gene Vincent, you're going to like this. If you're not a Gene Vincent fan, this is not for you. But if you like rock and roll and Gene Vincent, brilliant. Jeff is absolutely brilliant on this. It's a great rock and roll album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10 because I just love this album. I am a big Gene Vincent fan. So, okay, my number one. This is a great little album, a little gem. It was released in 1973, and it's Beck, Bogert and Appice. Now, of course, Carmine and Tim Bogert play together in Vanilla Fudge and Cactus. So you've got the engine room of Vanilla Fudge and Cactus plus Jeff Beck. Pretty good. So it's Jeff Beck who plays the guitars, lead vocals on Black Cat Moon. Tim Bogert plays bass, lead vocals on most of the tracks. And then we've got Carmine on the drums, with Jimmy Greensoon on the piano. Dwayne Hutchins plays the piano on a couple of the tracks. And we've got some backing vocals from Danny Hutton. First track is called Black Cat Moan. Now, this is a song that's sung by Jeff. What a great track. Great bluesy number, some superb drumming from Carmine. One of Tim's great bass lines that just chugs the song along. Absolutely brilliant track. Next track is called A Lady. Again, it is dominated by a brilliant bass line from Tim. And I think that, and it's brilliant how they all play off each other brilliant on this. This is a brilliant piece of music. O2 Love You, really nice harmonies going on here. Got Jeff and Tim on here as well. You've got Carmine who actually sang Lady. So, you know, 3 of them are really good singers. Great track, I love that. Then we get a cover, and it's a Stevie Wonder number, and it's Superstition. As you know, this is one of my favourite Stevie Wonder tracks, and boy do they do this justice. It's a great version of this song, some great guitar from Jeff on this, absolutely killer, and the vocal from Tim is brilliant. I love that track. And then we get Sweet Surrender, sorry. I'm not keen on this one. I don't think it worked. It's not my favourite track on the album. But the next track, Why Should I Care, is my favourite track. It's got some of the best playing by the three of them. It's just a great song, great bluesy song. It's brilliant. Bit of rock in there. It's just a fantastic track. Lose Myself With You. Again, we got a great bass line from Tim. It's really funky. It's Carmine's drumming. It's brilliant on that. Living Alone. Another great bluesy rocker. I just love this. Just a great thing. And then they end up with a Curtis Mayfield cover of I'm So Proud. It's probably Tim's best vocal on this. Absolutely killer track. It's my second favourite track on this album. I love it that much. I love the original, but this is absolutely brilliant. So this album is a little gem. It's a shame they never made anymore, because it's a great playing from three great musicians, and this is definitely for Jeff Beck fans, because it's a great album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. So that's sort of cleared up Jeff Beck. So sad that he's no longer with us, but he's left us plenty of good music to remember him by. We will be doing a live album of Jeff Beck later in the year, because some of his live albums are terrific as well. So that's all for this one. I'll be back later. It's the first of a retro ranking that comes in 3 parts, and it's all to do with the Eurovision Song Contest. Loathe it or hate it. Oh, I love it. It used to be good, and it's become this political thing now. So I'm going to take this week. We're going to look at my dues points. Then the next week we'll look at the nil points, and then in June I will do my favourite songs from this year's contest. And I've heard 1 or 2 of them, and if one gets through, because one's in the semi-final, if one that gets through, I think that will win. So that's coming up in retro ranking very shortly. So bye for now.